Let's talk about a different way to create a section in ArchiCAD here. And this is not a true section. This is a special tool called the Marquee tool here. And what we're going to do is just show you how this works real quick. I'm just going to draw a rectangular marquee around our part of our house here. Now if I right click and say show selection marquee in 3D, you can see here is our house here. And we've sort of cut into it. And we're just seeing a portion of it. Turn back to 2D here, and I go into the Marquee tool. We can actually move our Marquee tool around if we wish. Let's move it down here. Again, go into 3D. You can see we're just starting to chop things down. Now, let's move this back up. And let me draw another one here. What we can do is we can go over here to this first option in the Marquee and go to this bolder option here. So now it looks like we've got larger marching ants going around our Marquee. Now what that's going to do is let us to see the second floor. So let's go into show selection Marquee again. And now we can see, well, here's our second floor here. Another option is this is the geometry of our Marquee. We can draw not only rectangles, but let's try a different shape. We could be cutting through our stair, going down, maybe we'll even go through the bed here, come down and around and come back again. Now when I right click and say show selection marquee in 3D, you can see we've got a different type of section there. Another neat tool that we can be using is the following. Let's go up into Window, Toolbars, and go into 3D Visualization. And first I'm going to get into a perspective mode here just to show you something. Went into the perspective mode over here just by double clicking it on in the navigator over here under 3D. But we can go over here and we can click on this little house here, look to perpendicular. And what that does is if I click on this wall here, it means we're now looking perpendicular to that wall. Now this is not an axonometric view. You can tell because we've got some perspective going on here. If it's an axonometric view, we would not be able to see the tops and the sides of these walls here. If we go back to an axonometric view, and I use that tool again, and click on the wall, you can see now we're in a true axonometric view here, and we don't see any of the walls here. That's because if we are looking perpendicular to this wall, that means the slab and all these walls over here are going to be parallel to our vision, and thus we would not see them. So there's just some tools on how to get some views, some design views of our model.